For more on Justin Timberlake's legal troubles, we are joined by NBC News legal analyst Danny Cevallos. Danny, good morning. Let's start with him being held overnight. I think just the thought of that, like, oh, he slept in jail. Like, people are like, is that normal? Is that what was supposed to happen? Could he have called somebody? Is that normal? Why is that?
That is the life of a DUI defendant, because most DWIs happen at night when the judge is at home sleeping. And since they have to go before the judge, that usually happens the next day. So most DWI defendants find themselves spending the night in jail one way or another.
This whole refusal of the, quote, chemical test, what do you make of that? I think it's fairly common, right, for somebody to say, I'm not going to take this test, and then you don't have some metric on me that kind of confirms or denies this. What do you make of that?
So in New York, refusal of the chemical test is a little misleading. The chemical test can mean a breath test, it can mean a blood test, it can mean a urine test, and it appears that we're talking about a breath test in this case. There is a refusal to take a breath test in New York, but that's the portable breath test that is like held in someone's pocket or in the police car, and it's really just used to determine the presence of alcohol. It's not even admissible at court. The refusal of the chemical test is like the breathalyzer, the intoxilizer. It's a larger machine that's back at the police station, and it's operated by somebody who is trained to operate it. So that's the refusal. In New York, a refusal gets you usually a license suspension, and that refusal can be used against you in the DWI prosecution. And it's really important to know that New York is one of those states, like I think every state, you do not need a blood alcohol reading to be charged with DWI. They can get you on all of the glassy eyes, slurred speech, and you failed the field sobriety test. That's enough to get a DWI. You do not need a blood alcohol reading.
So that leads me to my next question, which is, so if he doesn't have that blood alcohol reading, so there's not that hard metric, but this officer says he did this, he did that, he did that. Seems like it could become a he said, he said. However, body camera footage.
Right.
Can you take, oh, that person looks really drunk, and does that help make the officer's case? And do you think we as the public will see that?
20 years ago, before the advent of body cameras, the client would come to the criminal defense attorney and say, I was fine, I passed all those tests, that cop had it out for me, he was making it up. And to some degree, that is a defensible position. But the advent of body cameras have created the situation where the client comes to the attorney and says, I was totally fine, and then you get the video and you realize, no, indeed, you were not fine. But I also have to say, things like the standard field sobriety tests are very subjective. The people that administer them, I'm being biased, obviously, the ones that administer them will say they are objective, but they are done on the side of a road in the middle of the night by an officer. And here's the key. The officers who end up testifying and convicting these defendants are not trained medical professionals. So when they say glassy eyes, slurred speech, and by the way, all those magic words showed up on Timberlake's arrest report. You could have cut and pasted those from every DWI report in the history of DWIs. They all say the same thing. Odor of alcohol, glassy eyes, slurred speech, divided attention, all of the hits were in that report. They're the classics. But the strange thing is we have a system where we allow people to get convicted based on the testimony of someone who is not a trained medical professional, just based on their observations. But in the modern time, it's not just their observation, it's the observation of that little camera on their chest.
So he is on a world tour right now. He is due back, though, in court, I believe, on July 26th. What happens next, and could that impact what he's able to go do, like perform in front of thousands of people?
In all likelihood, no. He won't be affected. He'll be allowed to travel. But here's the thing. Justin Timberlake may have done the right thing. Yes, when you refuse a chemical test in New York, you will be looking at a license suspension and some other penalties. But there will never be a record of your blood alcohol content, which may be good for Timberlake from a public relations perspective, in that no one will ever be able to say, hey, you had a .12 and you were driving. At least at this point, he will still likely have a very good shot of being convicted of the DWI. Again, you don't need the blood alcohol reading. You can just get him on the observations, but at least he has the defense to the public that, hey, no one ever got me on a blood alcohol content reading.
Danny Cevallos, we appreciate you as always, and the one you're quite an expert on. Thank you so much.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app, or follow us on social media.